that is ever to be played in a football stadium. He barrels this one, gnarly backflip. Gillespie makes the catch. One of the greatest showdowns in Banana Ball history. 81,000 fans are on hand in Death Valley. And a high fly ball. Are you kidding me? 11 home runs. Caught in the hat. With help from the fans are 1 out away. Swing and a miss. And the Nanners win it in Death Valley. Largest crowd in Banana Ball history inside Nissan Stadium. DR Meadows, and it's gone. A 2-run shot. Home run in all 3 football stadiums. EJ with a blast. It's a 1-point game. Kyle Jackson fouls that ball off. Diving catch, Chase Aika. He called game. The biggest weekend in Banana Ball history. Reese Hampton, 3rd home run of the ball game. Oberst with the deep drive to right. We are tied.
I'm dialed.
Super Reese wins night 1 in Charlotte for the Nanners. Welcome in to Banana Ball Live on ESPN2. We bring you the greatest show in sports from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina for what will be the last Banana Ball game in a football stadium this year. It's a historic night for our young sport, as we'll see an ump in the stands for the first time ever. Eric Goldstein, a veteran Banana Ball umpire, will be assisting the 6-man crew down on the field when it comes to ruling on potential foul outs to fans. Well, it was a slugfest last night here in the Queen City. We saw 11 total home runs, tying a Banana Ball record as the Nanners turned the tide in the bottom of the 9th with the game-tying blast from Dan Oberst, and then the game winner you just saw from Reese Alexiadis. But the Party Animals' magic number is still 1 as they look to win the season series against the Bananas. As we welcome you inside with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala, thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Party Animals still scorching hot. They have won 14 of their last 17 games.
And in the 250th Banana Ball game of all time, we had one of the best endings in the sport's history. Despite 3 home runs from the hometown kid, Reese Hampton, on the Party Animals side of things, it was Dan Oberst tying up the ball game in the 9th inning, and then Reese Alexiadis homering in his 4th football stadium to walk off the ball game for the Savannah Bananas and win them the football stadium series. But the Party Animals have been so good against the Bananas this year. With the victory tonight, they could win that season series.
Yeah, even with the loss last night, the Party Animals have won 10 of the last 12 games that they have played against the Savannah Bananas. So it has been a very impressive run by the team that most folks think are second fiddle in Banana Land. And to touch more on what Reese Alexiadis did, because it bears a little more attention, that is 4 home runs in 4 games in football stadiums. He could make it a perfect 5 for 5 tonight. He already has the 4 football stadiums Banana Ball has ever been played in. Now he's going for all 5 games that have ever been played in a football stadium.
And he sprayed it to all parts of the yard in these games. He's conquered the 50-foot net courtesy of netting pros. He's also hit them out to deep left field in these stadiums. That's exactly what we saw last night. I would not rule it out for Reese Alexiadis. He has been playing at an MVP level all season long for the Savannah Bananas.
And to up the ante, it was the first time the Savannah Bananas in Banana Ball have ever won on a walk-off home run. So wild stuff. All right, down on the field, the full capacity crowd is about to get warmed up. We'll get it on down to Jesse Cole to see the scene.
On your feet. The 74,000 fans on your feet, because it is now time for the fan warm-up. So please welcome to the field 5-year-old Sayla. Here she comes. Good speed, Sayla. All right, Sayla, your job is to get this crowd warmed up and get them going crazy for tonight. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Sayla, this is very important. Are you ready to get them going?
Yes!
Now she's ready. All right, Sayla, whatever you do, they do. Here we go. Oh, good start, Sayla. Looking good. Keep it going. Oh, we're swaying. Little hey baby, I like it. Keep it going, Sayla. Oh, yes, I like this move. Come on, Ed. The sprinkler? What? We're doing the sprinkler over here. I like it, Sayla. All right, that's a little Macarena. How do you know the Macarena? Oh, wait, a big jazz. Now and loose. Wow. All right, keep it going. Sailor, look around. 74,000 people going crazy for you. Let's hear it for 5-year-old Sailor.
What a stupendous job by that youngster. The folks here in Charlotte are moving it and grooving it. And now you get a great example of how the players get involved on the entertainment here in Banana Land. Let's toss it down to Malachi Mitchell.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more still watching at home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another day at the football stadium. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all you fans here in Bank of America Stadium to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Charlotte, North Carolina, let's meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off in center field, number 5, DR, the Doc Meadows. Batting second at third base, number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. Batting third, the DH, number 19, Dan Oberst. In the cleanup spot, left fielder number 15, we call him Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz. Batting fifth in right field, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. At shortstop, number 6, he is our glove magician, Ryan Cox. At first base, number 11, Correll Prime. The catcher, number 3, hailing from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Eric Jones. The extra hitter, number 18, Danny Do-It-All Hosley. And at second base, number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. On the mound tonight, warming up number 88, Noah Newsness. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Pyro Virant, Eric Fox, and Reggie Ortiz.
There's the Savannah Bananas starting lineup tonight. We will hear from Reese Alexiadis, the hero from an evening ago. When we return, we'll have first pitch as well from Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on ESPN2 from Bank of America Stadium, home of the Carolina Panthers. It's another full house, back-to-back nights, the biggest weekend in Banana Ball history, 148,000 fans across this two-game set. And we're just a couple minutes away from first pitch, including tonight. 6 battles still on the docket between the Bananas and Party Animals. The Animals lead the season series by 5 games. You can do the math. We're oh so close to winning this season series. Let's get it on down to Sam Bauman.
Biko, Josh, he may wear number 2, but it was all about the number 4 for Reese Alexiadis, hitting his 4th home run, completing the foregone conclusion, after all, that he would hit a home run in all 4 NFL stadiums. Reese, talk to me about what you have accomplished.
It's pretty special. You know, first year we're playing in football stadiums, and kind of a personal goal to hit a home run in every single one of them because there's opportunity. But, you know, we didn't go the short way.
Reese, yeah, talking about the first one you hit was the first Banana Ball home run in an NFL stadium, and there were people out there saying, oh yeah, he hit it the short way. You wanted to prove him wrong?
Yeah, there was just that one comment I had to prove wrong. Just kidding. But, you know, we're just hitting it where we pitch it. And, you know, no cheap ones.
Reese, it was your first home run with your bat, a new bat since breaking your last one in Kansas City. Good vibes with the new bat now?
Yeah, it took 2 weeks. Took Kansas City and Anaheim, didn't get one, but she was just saving it up for the big one.
Reese, does that bat have any more juice in it tonight? Should we warn the fans in the outfield?
Hope you brought your gloves, because it's coming.
Biko, Josh, it must be a 5-gun conclusion for Reese tonight. We'll be watching that one.
Works for me, SB. Thank you for the insight. Super Reese, the fantastic sophomore, out in the outfield for the Savannah Bananas. What a night Reese Hampton had in the homecoming for the Charlotte kid. 3 home runs last night. He's back at the top of the order for the Party Animals, followed by Chase Acuff, Jake Skoll, and Andy Cosgrove in the cleanup spot. Then Tanner Thomas, Noah Fisher, and Jason Swan, while Bryson Bloomer, Dustin Baber, and Mike Vivacis rounded out.
Well, the top 5 guys in this Party Animals lineup all collected a home run for this squad last night. I'm expecting at least one of them to go deep yet again here in Charlotte.
A quick look now at the Bananas defensive alignment, left to right in the outfield. Robert Anthony Cruz, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield, Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Correll Prime, while Eric Jones Jr. is behind the plate.
It's Ryan Cox, the only man with triple-digit trick plays on this year's World Tour. Set the Banana Ball single-season record a year ago. Is gunning for that again here in 2025.
Here's the starting pitching matchup tonight. Noah Nisnik gets the ball from the get-go for the Nanners. Dalton Ponce on the bump for the Party Animals.
Exciting pitching matchup of 2 guys in their second Banana Ball seasons. Nisnik second on the tour in innings pitched this season. Both of these guys in the top 5 in strikeouts this year.
On 3, I need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
And just like that, we're underway. The 2-hour timer starts ticking, and it will only matter if it gets close to zeros before we get to the 9th inning. Reese Hampton hit all 3 of his home runs from the left side last night. Turns around to hit from his natural right side against the Southpaw out of St. Louis, Missouri. High fly ball, this one isn't going to get out of the infield. Correll Prime taking control. There's out number 1.
Nice and easy start for Noah Nisnik. You see Correll Prime pretty happy to get that first out for Nisnik. No trickery involved yet for the Savannah Bananas, but when the ball has been flying, much like we saw last night, you got to just make sure you get the sure outs to start these ball games.
Especially with the murderer's row that Mike Vivacis sends up. As you mentioned, Josh, all 5 guys at the top of this order hit a home run last night. Chase Acuff trying to make it back-to-back nights with a dinger. And that one is denied by the 50-foot net. Acuff sliding into second with a 2-bagger. Had the right launch angle, just not quite enough mustard behind it.
Well, he's now 7 for 13 batting in football stadiums this series. That's the reason they slot him in this 2-hole here today. Has 3 home runs, but missed one here early in the ball game.
Now Jake Skoll, he was 3 for 4 last night. Blasted the first Party Animals home run, a 2-run shot in the first. Fooled by the changeup there from Niz. 3-pitch mix, fastball, change, and curve. Goes right back to the heat. Count even at 2-2. Big swing and a miss. Skoll can't catch up to the gas. 2 down for Nisnik.
Well, he continued to elevate the heater against Jake Skoll. Got the swing and miss. And this is what it's been going really well for Noah Nisnik recently, as he's got a 2.84 earned run average across his last 19 innings for the Nanners.
Andy Cosgrove behind 0-1. Pair of extra base hits last night. A home run, followed it up with a double. Former Twins minor leaguer. Started his banana ball career on a torrid stretch. Really has not slowed down. Played 2 games with the Aussie Drop Bears last year. This is his first full season in Banana Land. And boy, he's been a superstar behind the plate and at the dish, both catching and hitting, as he runs the count full for the Party Animals.
He's still the only man with 20 runs batted in a single month in banana ball, and tied for the tour lead, but he won't come through with the man on second here. Another high heater for Niz Nasty, and he sets down the Party Animals, keeping them scoreless.
What a start for Noah Nisnik. Works around the 1-out double from Acuff, and gives his offense a great chance to earn the first point tonight. We'll get it on down to Jesse Cole for the world's slowest race.
Davey Hunter, Camille, Elba, Nathan, if you're keeping track at home. This they call the world's slowest race. Babies in crawling position. On your marks, get set, go! And look at them go! They're off to a blistering pace. It looks like Micah's crawling. Micah's jumping out to a good lead. Look at the lead in Micah. But here comes Remy. Micah blown away. Look at the speed on Micah. But Remy's making a push. Micah's going out of the direction. Parents are throwing stuffies. Look at the speed by Micah. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. An absolute onslaught. Micah with the gold. Remy with the silver. A 10-way tie for bronze.
Oh man, always a lot of drama with the world's slowest race. What a performance by the winner there. Dominance. Dalton Ponce, as we mentioned, gets the start for the Party Animals, the team leader in strikeouts here in his 2nd season in Banana Land. When he's on, could be as nasty as anybody.
Has a 5-1 record this year, tied for the tour lead with those 5 wins, and is leading the team in strikeouts. But the first ball put in play, Chase Acup, 360 between the legs, grabs the first trick play of the night, now has 5 in this series.
That's trusting his skills right there. Gutsy trick play to pull off without any run support. But Acup, unbelievable hands. Makes it look easy. It is not. 2 balls and no strikes on Kyle Jackson, who has locked down the number 2 spot in the order for the Bananas as of late. He smashes this one, but straight to Hampton, a leaping grab. A barrel, but nothing to show for it for KJ. 2 quick outs.
It is only 279 feet to straightaway center. You have to kind of adjust for that if you're Reese Hampton. Came in quickly, and that's why you saw the leap at the end to make sure that banana ball didn't go over his head, and for extra bases for Jackson.
Dan Oberst with a ball and a strike. He had 2 massive swings last night. A 3-run homer that tied the 3rd inning, denied the Party Animals a point, and then a solo home run. 2 pitches into the bottom of the 9th to tie the game. 2 batters later, Alexiadis hit the game winner out to left. That one misses, just a pinch up. Mike Vivacis, the head coach, handling the catching duties from the get-go. I think Andy Cosgrove will take over later in the game. Healthy swing and a foul ball, count is full.
Well, you mentioned the 2 home runs last night for Dan Oberst. It wound up being his 2nd multi-homer game of the season. He's the first player in Bananas franchise history with multiple multi-homer games.
What a beautiful bender. Ponce floats it in and rings the bell. Sets down the Nanners 1-2-3. We got ourselves a scoreless ball game.
Not what we were expecting through 1 inning of play, but it's a 2-minute inning for Dalton Ponce, and comes with that beautiful strikeout looking of Dan Oberst.
Let's get it down to the field to Drake Toll.
Reese Hampton, the hometown kid. 3 home runs last night, and tonight you're on national television, a chance to do it again. But take me back to what you did just 24 hours ago.
Man, that was a night to remember right there. Got 3 balls in the air, hit them pretty good, and they went over that tall net and right.
What's the goal tonight?
The goal is a Party Animals win at any cost. I will go 0 for 10 if I have to.
Reese, playing in the Queen City, Charlotte, the same place you grew up, is there a different feeling when the first pitch is thrown every night?
There is, man. The heart rate's a little faster. You know, I love the stadium to death. I love the Panthers to death. I love the city. My family and friends are here, so it's just an unreal experience.
Reese, I don't know where we're walking, but I'm having a whole lot of fun doing it with you.
My glove, so I've been guiding you this whole way. I put my glove down right here.
Thank you, Reese. Reese, party on. Best of luck tonight.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Josh Biko, party on.
Party on, Drake. Thank you for the time, Reese. What an unbelievable homecoming he had. The pride of Charlotte Christian High School. Spent 3 years at UNC Charlotte before being drafted by the Detroit Tigers. 12th rounder back in 2018. This is his 4th Banana Ball World Tour. 4th Banana Ball World Tour for Tanner Thomas as well. It was the last of the first 5 guys in the lineup last night for the Party Animals to leave the yard. It was a huge one though. This is good contact, a flare back up the middle. He follows up the homer that won the 8th inning for the Animals last night with a single to start the 2nd here this evening.
Hopefully that's a sign of big things to come tonight for Tanner Thomas, considering he entered this game 1 for 21 against Noah Nisnik and gets a knock, a little lefty on lefty crime.
Noah Fisher ahead, 1 out. He's the Dunkin' Donut batter of the game. If he strikes out, the full capacity crowd gets free donuts courtesy of Dunkin'. Swings through the circle change. Back ahead. And Fisher plunked. A rare hit by pitch from the arm of Noah Nisnik. Normally as accurate as they come. And it looks like the Party Animals are going to react accordingly to the anomaly. what's going to happen in Banana Ball. Every game is truly a contest between these two teams. That's a testament to the Party Animals coming in 19-14 against the Bananas this year. But they do put some practice in case some things happen. If a Party Animal was getting hit, the boys were going to do that. And they nailed it.
And you always know if Noah Fisher's in on it, it's probably going to look pretty darn good.
1-1 count on Jason Swan here in his third World Tour. Just continues to get better and better. And one of the best in Banana Ball history when runners are in scoring position. 2-2 count now.
Yeah, we've seen him this season. Owns a .469 batting average with runners in scoring position. And has 6 ball 4 sprints as well. But Noah Nisnik goes to the circle change, and Swanee way out in front of that one. 3 punch-outs now for Nisnasty.
First 2 are on the cheese. Now Nisnik goes to the off-speed, and a rare strikeout for Swan. Guy with 17 sprints on the tour. That was only his 9th K. Nice piece of hitting, Bryson Bloomer. Big weave around coming for Thomas. Throw from Rack. It's perfect! Thomas a dead duck! What a play by Robert Anthony Cruz to save a run.
Seemed like an aggressive send from third base coach Thomas Semino, and Robert Anthony Cruz came up firing a perfect strike home, and big credit to Eric Jones Jr. as well, placing that tag on the Party Animals right fielder and getting a massive second out.
Party Animals could have had the bases chucked with 1 down. Instead, it's first and second with 2 outs for Dustin Baber. Two balls, no strikes. Baber, another man in his 3rd World Tour. Known for his defense. Boy, he can bring the thump as well. Smokes that one foul. Good job by Niz to turn a 3-0 count into 3-2.
That's right, a ball 4 sprint here in Banana Ball would guarantee at least 1 run for the Party Animals, as all the defenders behind Nisnik would have to touch the ball before they can record the out. Now Baber skies this into right field. Tip from Reese Hampton. He makes the grab, and the Bananas survive a tricky 2nd inning to keep it scoreless.
Nisnik strands 2. He has stranded 2 in scoring position. 2 innings into the game. We'll be back in a minute. And YouTube, you know we never leave you. You get to do a little sing-off with Jesse. What a battle we have on tap this coming Friday night from Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark will be the first Major League Baseball stadium for Banana Ball's newest team, the Texas Tailgaters. It will only be the 6th game in the franchise's existence, and it's the first time they will play the Savannah Bananas. Robert Anthony Cruz through the right side. He's got a hustle, though. Thomas with a strike to first, and what should have been a single with the short dimensions here in the football stadium. Rack denied the knock.
Well, it's only 228 feet to the right foot field foul pole here in Bank of America Stadium. That was a nice and easy play for Tanner Thomas. Not the first 9-3 that we have seen in a football stadium this season.
No, the first was the man at the plate, Reese Hampton, throwing out the man in right field, who just did it to Robert Anthony Cruz. Hampton does not get cheated on his hacks. Behind 1-2. Couple California boys dueling it out here in the Tar Heel State. Foul ball, not caught by the fans. And a dribbler over to Bryson Bloomer. On the run, fires it across the diamond in plenty of time.
Good charge from Bryson Bloomer. Tough for him to transition between the legs with the way in which he attacked that ball. And he also recognized the elite speed from Reese Hampton, gunning it down the line. Instead, second out recorded, but without a trick play for the Animals.
Dalton Ponce has retired all 5 bananas he has faced. Ryan Cox trying to break it up. He's behind 0-2 in the blink of an eye. Ponce a 5-pitch mix. He'll throw any offering at any count. Good job by Cox to get bat on ball. The toughest man to strike out in Banana Land against the Party Animals team leader in K's. And Cox showing you why he is such a tough cookie up there. Banana Ball's all-time leader in foul-outs to fans because he spoils so many 2-strike pitches. This one on a couple hops, Dustin Baber. He'll pull off the Professor, but cannot complete it. He starts the Professor, can't nail the exchange. And the first Bananas base runner tonight is on a missed trick play.
He tried to twist that banana ball behind his back, and that's where you see the hand pat the banana ball away, winds up ricocheting off his leg as well. And Cox able to reach on a trick play, miss the Bananas, insert their designated runner, Malachi Mitchell.
Correll Prime at the dish. 7 years in the Colorado Rockies organization. He was their player of the year in 2014. 1-1 count. This is the kind of situation the Bananas have been capitalizing on across their 5-game winning streak. 4 against the Firefighters, parlayed into last night against the Animals. When defensive miscues arise, the Bananas have been punishing their opponents as of late. That ball blistered, foul. 2-2 on primetime.
Well, this is kind of new territory for Corell Prime, has previously appeared in every game on the mound in football stadiums. Now gets the start in the lineup for the Bananas, has to adjust to having no batter's eye tonight.
Malachi takes off, perfect pitch to run on. It's his team leading 13th stolen base. The inning-winning run in scoring position, ball 4, wins it for the Bananas. Tough spot for Dalton Ponce. The payoff. He can't find the zone. And what should have been a 1-2-3 inning is a 1-0 lead for the Nanners. Brutal trick play missed from Dustin Baber with 2 down. Let's get it down to Bill Leroy.
A run-scoring celebration. Carolina Panthers wide receiver, Adam Thielen.
About that for a special guest. Adam Thielen celebrating with the Bananas as they jump ahead 1-0. And now the Mandanas, our dad bod cheerleading squad, out for performance. Center stage. What a motley crew it is.
Well, we saw these guys get to dance in front of the big sold-out crowd in Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Now it appears they were not content with that whatsoever. They're here to run it back in Charlotte.
Should have grabbed Adam Thielen for this dance too. Guys clearly picked up some moves across his 11-year NFL career. Wow, little discord in the middle of the dance. Fluff and Anthony shaking it off. They solve their differences quickly when it comes to the Bananas. A lot of new faces here at 2025 as well. They have really glued. You'd think these guys have been doing it for a decade together.
And of course, they're led by one of their captains, Radbot, who you can see on your screen. But you mentioned some of the newcomers. Folks, your eyes do not deceive you. There is a Mr. T lookalike, but we call him Mr. K around here after all.
And Spidey nails the pose at the end. You want to talk about an athlete? I mean, I'm serious. I can't do that.
If I can do that one day with that body, I'll be a very happy man.
You can't do it with your body right now.
That's true. That's completely true.
Neither can I.
I don't want to lie to America.
No. But I aspire to add that to the arsenal at some point. Like to think of myself as a Renaissance man. Clearly, I'm not there yet if I can't nail that one. Mike Vivacis leading off the third inning. Noah Nisnik back out there for the Bananas. Vava in the 10 hole. We bat 10 in Banana Ball, a designated hitter and an extra hitter. This one in on the hands. It's going to be a tough play. Rack on the run. Makes it look easy.
Second great play from Robert Anthony Cruz in tonight's ball game. We saw him help win the inning with his arm in the second. Now a tremendous running grab as that ball was falling fast in left field, and there is a lot of ground to cover here in Charlotte.
Back to the top of the order. And Reese Hampton rocking the UNC Charlotte Niners jersey. It was Conference USA all-freshman team in 2016 with the Niners. Finished up 2018 Conference USA second team. En route to affiliated ball, and now he has to wait for something that never happened across his 4-year minor league baseball career. A dance from the pitcher, shortstop, second baseman, and center fielder on the opposing team. At least I don't think it ever happened. It's a bet I'm pretty confident in. Wow, Peter grazes the outside corner, pitcher's pitch, and an 0-2 count.
That's where Noah Nisnik likes to live when facing Reese Hampton. He's always nibbling on that outside corner, usually trying to direct that circle change in that area of the strike zone, but misses high with his 0-2 pitch.
That ball struck well, deep out to right center, and it's going to be off the netting. Meadows plays it perfectly. Hampton pimped it, so he will be content with a long single.
Look, when you have 3 home runs the night before, you can't blame a guy for thinking he left the yard once again. 50-foot net, courtesy of Netting Pros, helps out Noah Nisnik.
Chase Acuff played Pepper with that 50-foot net his first time. He was able to turn it into a double. The head 2 balls and no strikes. Party Animals looking to respond after gifting the Bananas a point in the second. Fastball gets Nisnik back in the count. Pretty similar pitch, that one just a hair below the knees. So 3 balls and a strike now. And Acuff earns the sprint. The ball squeaks away from Eric Jones Jr. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. Hampton's trying to score from first. He will. Excellent hustle from Reese Lightning, showing off that 80-grade speed. And the Animals have their first run of the night, courtesy of Acuff. Here comes Mark Smith. And it looks like he's attempting Michael Jordan's improbable dunk from the free throw line with just a little bit of assistance. Can he do it? Can he do it? You bet! Oh, yeah! Mark Smith denies reality. What a freak of nature. They had him in the frog costume last weekend in Reno, Nevada. Started calling him Mork. Something that is too
the
funny about it.
secondary mascot behind Farty, of course.
1-1 count on Jake Skoll. Struck out on a Noah Nisnik fastball his first time. I can almost promise you it will not happen again. Skoll hates getting beat on fastballs with 2 strikes. Two here, and tapped to Olsen. Behind the back flip, tossed to first on the run. And Skoll retired as Acuff advances to third.
Second trick play of the night for the Savannah Bananas. Third in the series for Jackson Olsen. And it almost looked like he did one too many moves that could have got Jake Skoll on base, but Olsen's such a pro, had over 100 a year ago for the Bananas.
Up to 40 now here in his third World Tour. Ball and no strikes on Andy Cosgrove. He had a laser beam shot out to left center. What about where it's 402 from the plate? I would wager probably had the lowest launch angle of any home runs on this tour. He's quickly to his feet, trying to get this one out down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Five home runs so far here on his first Banana Ball World Tour. Look at a 3-2 pitch here from Niz. Acuff leading off third with 2 down.
Well, this is what Cosgrove's done very well. 9 sprints in his last 16 games, and he's going to earn another to now make him the outright leader in runs batted in on this year's World Tour. His 45th, and yeah, Chase Acuff just did that to home plate.
Oh, man.
Somebody's got to clean up home plate.
No comment. No comment. Let's move on to Tanner Thomas at the dish. That's 45 RBIs. This is his 39th game played, Andy Cosgrove. What a remarkable pace. Separates himself from Jake Skoll. Tanner singled an inning ago. He ended up being gunned down at home by Robert Anthony Cruz on the Bryson Bloomer single. Questionable send by Thomas Simino. An inning the Bananas ended up winning, and now Noah Nisnik trying to find the control behind 3-0.
That's why you see him take a minute, even though Banana Ball game very much built on speed. Coming off the mound to take that long stroll, just compose himself. You see him come right back. Great heater on the outside corner. That is now a third ball four sprint in the inning issued to the Party Animals. You would have thought the offense would come via the home run for them early, but coming on the sprints.
How about Austin Krasminski? Pitched the top of the 9th last night, is slated to be the Bananas closer again tonight. He's in the upper deck signing autographs here in the 3rd inning. Second chance for the fans to get free donuts. Tanner takes second uncontested. Smart time to run. He's up to a dozen steals on the tour. And now 2 in scoring position. A 2-1 count on the ever-dangerous Noah Fisher. Fans aren't getting anything here. DR Meadows, Reese Alexiadis both pointing at each other. Meadows ends up getting it in a basket catch. Miscommunication does not end up harming the Nanners as the damage limited to 2 runs. Party Animals with a great chance to even up this game. For now, we'll send it down to Emily Cole on the field.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Bank of America Stadium 5 times with the amount of kiddos currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support the community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Henderson family. Megan is a single foster mom who became a licensed foster parent 6 years ago at the age of 22. She started her journey by providing respite care for other foster families in her community. But that changed when she met her now son, who needed a forever home. She continued to welcome children of all ages into her home to give them the love and the care that they needed. When one of her kiddos required some extra support, her parents decided to become a kinship family. So now, Megan and her parents support each other during their fostering journeys. In the last couple of years, Megan has welcomed 96 children into her home and has adopted 4 into her family forever. Fans, please help us welcome this incredible family to the field so that we can celebrate them for all that they're doing for the foster care world here in North Carolina.
Always a beautiful moment when we get to honor the superheroes in the foster care community. Tonight, Megan Henderson in the middle of the group hug. That is beautiful stuff right there. We've got a special guest joining the broadcast when we return. Sean Fluke, one of the most entertaining pitchers in Banana Ball, on the mic as he takes over on the mound. Sean Fluke warm up while listening to the beautiful noises of the Banana Band. Man, they are special. Gotta see Sexy Sax and the crew join in with some rock bands again. Now that is always a wild collaboration.
The Banana Band Party Down collab is spectacular.
What a special series this is for Eric Jones Jr. Grew up here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Went to college up the road in Davidson. Diehard Panthers fan. From the minor league system of the Mariners and Twins to Banana Ball for a 4th World Tour. Squaring off against Sean Fluke, who joins us on the mic.
Yeah, how we doing? Haven't played the Bananas in months, and this is the first guy I got to go against.
Yeah, it had to be scripted, right? This is Flukey's arch nemesis for anybody who does not know. But hey, you've got a 2-run cushion,
yeah,
EJ kid. He can't hurt you here. He's just one guy.
He's not going to hurt me anyway. We got him. Oh, God.
That ball is struck well.
Hey, easy. That was a cap shot. Take it easy.
Bad direction either way.
What should I do here, Beaks? What do you want?
Give me the old country hardball, Fluky.
We're going
wow,
cutter.
you want a fastball?
We're going cutter away.
Okay, we're going cutter, Josh.
See ya! Welcome home, buddy! It's my house today, boy.
That is so mean,
That
Fluke.
was definitely a ball, so I feel really bad for him. He is so angry, so angry. He is really mad. Look at EJ in the dugout.
Oh, drop down?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Now Danny Hosley. You guys
You
usually
know I
like
like
to...
messing with this guy. Danny, you're going to strike out too, buddy. Hey, let's go, Bob. Right down the middle. Blow the whistle.
I wish I had one to blow for you, Fluke.
That was like a saucer changeup right there.
Looked like a blitz ball.
Oh, that's so bad. That's good.
Well, what's the 3-1? You going heater?
Nope. I throw cutters only now.
Oh, cool.
Nope. Baba knows. No. No. What are you doing?
Doesn't seem like he knows.
He does definitely not know. That thing was wicked. These cutters have been outrageous lately. I don't know what's going on with them.
I know. I don't want to say what I'm thinking because I don't want broadcasters jinx you, but you've been really good as of late.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care. What do you mean go, Jackie? I'm talking here.
Yeah, but Jackson's about to hit, and he's going to do some singing, too.
Yeah, I'm going to double play it, too. Hey, we're on ESPN, man. It's crazy, man.
Isn't it pretty cool, Fluke?
Man, I'd wake up every morning. The school bus left at 8:15. Sports Center Top 10 was on at 7:55. And we watch it every morning, baby. I'm definitely going to... What do you guys want first pitch? I'm not giving him a heater. I'm not going to throw.
I would like to see the big bender, 12-6.
Right.
Got to.
Hold on! He can't hear me. I don't know why I tried.
He's watching the walk-up.
Fluky, what are your thoughts on Taylor Swift getting all of her music back after all this time?
About Taylor Swift. So, yeah. Not a great singer. Over.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I tried throwing you a strike, bro. Oh, yeah.
All right, well, now things get interesting. Jackson Olsen represents the inning-tying run.
Yep, information I do not want to hear or know. There you go, buddy. I see you over there. There's no box here, Bob. I see you. Oh, my God. That was a free pitch. He wasn't even looking. Oh, jeez. Slipped out of my hand.
Now you get 12-6able?
Oh, yeah. We're going one more. Oh, that's so bad, Fluke. All right, let's dial in.
Time to lock in, tap in.
Yep.
Oh,
doors.
my. By him.
80-mile-an-hour doors. Uh-oh. Should we give a second for Maceo? Camera crew?
Yeah, let him go. Let him go. Mace, he's going.
Perfect on the pitch. Yep,
Yeah,
double play. What did I say?
We didn't get him.
Back the bag. Yes, sir. That's a trick play, too. Count it.
You'll take one.
Hey, come here. What do you got to say about that play? Come on now. I hate this guy. He's a single monster, dude.
Guy just lives to get on base. My kind of player.
Well,
but you're also my kind of player,
yeah.
Fluke.
Hey, I got to get past these 2 innings at this Little League field in right field.
Yeah,
Then
careful.
we're smooth sailing.
Don't worry, DR hasn't homered since 2023.
Oh, no. Please, I don't want him to score. Yes.
He's getting the stop sign. And your 8-inning scoreless streak is secure for now. There it is. I said it. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in.
This guy's been hot. Alrighty. Here we go, KJ. What you got, bub? Freaking hottest man alive right here.
I thought you were the hottest man alive,
technically,
Fluke.
yeah. All right, we got to check in here.
Well struck.
There goes my streak, ladies
There
and
goes the
gentlemen.
scoreless streak. It'll just be an RBI single, though.
All right, let's go. We gotta get this for the boys.
What's the plan of attack against Dan Oberst with the inning-tying run at third?
He's a scary, scary man.
He's really nice.
Yeah, and also very good at wrestling and fighting. Come on. God, I'll be... Hey, give me that. What's up, bro? You better stay back there, huh?
Ty Jackson.
I love that.
That guy's been working on his
I
wrestling.
love that, man.
Who doesn't?
Come on, we got a guy.
Oh, Bryson Blumer!
Come on, get you some!
Wins the inning for the Party Animals, Sean Fluke. Send us to commercial, my friend. Great toss, Fluke. You nailed it, man.
Hey, I'm Sean Fluke with the Party Animals. See y'all later.
Wow. Oh, thanks, Fluke. Love you. That's it all time. Unbelievable. YouTube, here's the princess.
Songs by Queen. But it wouldn't be Banana Land without a little twist. I have gifted each of these gentlemen a balloon filled with helium, and they are going to sing these songs at the top of their lungs for their chance to be your favorite. So my friends, we are gonna get started with Dusty. Here we go. You're the champions of the world. Give it up for Dusty, everybody. All right, up next we have my friend Bob. Here we go, Bob. Shark, hit it. We will rock you. Bob, everybody. And last but certainly not least, we've got my friend David. All right, Shark, what do you have for him?
The Firefighters will be back in action this coming Thursday night. They get their first battle of 2025 against the Party Animals. You can watch it on the Party Animals YouTube as they will be dueling for a 3-game set out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, we saw them debut a season ago as Banana Ball's third team. Winless in their first 4 games against the Bananas, but trying to get in that win column against the Party Animals starting next weekend.
Cowboy Kyle Lilix, the first man out of the pen for the Bananas here tonight, here in his 8th year in Banana Land, and looking to have a much better outing than he did in Nashville in our last football stadium.
Well, he's rocking a strikeout rate of 18% in his 4th World Tour. If the season ended tonight, it would be his best mark in a single season. And for Kyle, he's tossed multiple innings of work, allowing 1 hit or fewer in 3 of his last 4 outings.
7, 8, and 9 in the order here for the Party Animals. Jason Swan with a ball and a strike as the fastball is high and tight. Bloomer on deck, Baber in the hole. And more elevated gas, 2-1 count on the pride of Jacksonville, Florida. In on the hands, on a couple hops. Ryan Cox between the legs, kiss of the ball. And he'll grab the trick play.
Number 105 this season for the Glove Magician. He has rightfully earned that nickname across his Banana Ball career. And now the next milestone for him, he's creeping closer and closer to the first man to 500 career trick play outs.
Bryson Bloomer, his first year as a Savannah Banana was 2021. It was Kyle's 4th and final year as a collegiate Banana. Well, that was a generous strike. 0-2 count on the Boomer. Will help the Nanners win back-to-back Pettit Cups at 21 and 22. And watches that one at the bottom of the knees. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Bloomer just looking.
Utter paint from Cowboy Kyle, doing a little belt buckle shuffle to celebrate the punch out. And we're seeing a lot of calls on that outside corner against the right-handers from Vincent Chapman tonight.
Dustin Baber's got a little something special for us. his second trip to the dish. Looks like all his teammates chugging some root beer. And Baber, he's got himself a good old-fashioned cold beer. Shotgunnable. Normally it's the third trip to the dish. How did he get another one? Is that the original? What's happening? Normally it's his third time up that he does his beer chug. To get it done a little early tonight, evidently.
Regardless of when he's consuming the beer, he's batting .314 post-beer chug this season.
Yeah.
And that's the first time he's ever sent the bat flying after it.
Well, he took out Ryan Cox. A slippery bat. After the Liquids had some spillage on the walk-up. Get another look. Look out! Shaboinga. Bounding bat to short. You don't see that every day. Some more pine tar, some spray, and Kyle Lewis going for the strikeout, pitching from second base. That's a good pitch. This one cute. Kyle's gonna field it. Flip it between the legs. Just in time. I never even saw Seth Markham call out, but it was an out. Kyle grabs the trick play on the trick pitch.
Late call from Seth Markham, but the Bananas all doing the rude dude. Unbelievable stuff from Cowboy Kyle. Knotted at one here in Charlotte.
And YouTube, you get to Hey Baby with us.
The upper deck, the lower levels. We're looking good. Now, let's get those hands up in the air, all the way around. And here we go, Shark. Let's get clapping those hands. You guys have been amazing. Now let's keep rocking it. Here we go. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are amazing.
Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN2. It's the bottom of the fourth inning. And Vincent Chapman is dancing. I don't think there was a need to shove Mike Vivacis, I'll be honest. And now to the traditional moves we have come to love since Chapman debuted in Banana Land back on the 22 World Tour. Second inning of work on the mound for Sean Fluke. This time, Sans and Mike with us on the broadcast. He's got 4, 5, and 6. Big boppers here for the Bananas. Robert Anthony Cruz and Reese Alexiadis, followed by Ryan Cox.
these first two guys due up for the Bananas each have quite a few home runs in football stadiums. Rack has homered at 3 of 4, and of course we saw Alexiadis go 4 for 4 with the walk-off shot last night.
Just missed that one. Full count on Robert Anthony Cruz. Walked off the first inning last night with a moonshot blast to right. You can see that's where he's aiming. I had the honor of sitting next to him on the bus ride home from Bank of America Stadium last night. He said, here in the football stadiums, I am trying to elevate and celebrate. In 3 out of 4 of these football stadiums, it's been a short porch to right, which is perfect for Rack.
Well, you can just tell with the way in which he ends those swings. You see an uppercut type motion, and it's almost the kind of swing you're going for as if you were hitting in a home run derby.
These are not your typical 2-strike swings. What a battle here. Rack also told me he hates to walk. So he's swinging away. This would be an insane catch by the fans. They do not make it. What a war between Fluke and Cruz. 10th pitch of the at-bat. Called strike 3, backdoor bender. It was a beauty.
And both of the strikeouts tonight for Sean Fluke have come looking. First Eric Jones Jr., now Robert Anthony Cruz. And you mentioned last inning, Fluke, 8 scoreless innings in the month of May. He did that while not striking out a single batter, as Alexiadis cannot keep this laser beam fair.
Bananas just need 1 run to walk off the 4th inning, retake the lead. Ball and a strike on Super Reese, whose power is prolific. This one a screamer into left center. Hampton will gobble it up and hold Alexiadis to a single.
Well, it's now an 11-game on-base streak for Reese Alexiadis, and unbelievably enough, he has reached base safely in 35 of 38 games this year for his team.
And as you can see on the scorebug, you can look at all of your statistics from Banana Ball at bananaball.com/stats. Alexiadis off the pitch all the way to the backstop. So Super Reese with an easy swipe of second. His 7th steal in 8 tries this year. The inning-winning run in scoring position. Brian Cox has 12 walk-offs on the year. 3rd most in Banana Land. 1 behind Alexiadis, 2 behind Cruz.
Well, he's still batting over 400 with runners in scoring position this season, a 407 mark. And has pretty good numbers against Sean Fluke across the past 3 seasons.
He took a healthy hack at that one. Bryson Bloomer backpedaling as out number 2. So the 4th inning in the very capable hands of Correll Prime. He earned the walk-off sprint that won the Bananas the 2nd after Cox reached on the trick play missed with 2 outs. Fluke gets the cutter in there for strike 1. This is what's so beautiful about Banana Land. What a mismatch of resumes here. Sean Fluke, 2 years at Pasco Hernando State. Correll Prime, 7 years of minor league baseball. But we're all equals on the Banana Ball field. One-two to Prime. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big stop there by Vivacis to keep Alexiadis on second. Deuce is wild. Swing and a miss. Sean Fluke. What an escape. His 3rd strikeout. And he holds the door for the party animals. Correll Prime can't believe it.
Impressive pitch for Sean Fluke. Entered this ball game with just 2 strikeouts, has 3 in this ball game, and now we go on down to wax on, wax off.
2 months. And then we have Zeb and we have Megan. They've been together 15 months. And we're going to put their love to the test here because they're going to run around the bases. But what's about to happen is wild because this is the first ever wax on, wax off race. So what we're going to do, they're going to run to first. The Bananas are going to put wax on their chests. They're going to run to the women, and they're going to rip the wax off their chest and the hair. Then they're going to run to third, get another layer of wax, and then come home and rip off that chest hair one more time. Yep, we're doing that tonight. Gentlemen, shirts off. All right, average amount of hair, crazy amount of hair. Let the waxing begin. On your mark, get set, go. And there they go. Look at the speed by Jeremy. Bananas, layer it on. Put that on hard, good. All right, now let's get a good, tight close-up of that. Rip it off. We gotta see that chest. Let's see that chest, get it on tight. Oh wait, and the women are coming back. They gotta rip it off. Who's gonna rip it off first? Oh! And let's judge. We got a little bit ripped off here, and you just look like you like. All right, let's see. Is the winner? Is it Jeremy? Or Zeb, turn around. I think the winner right here, and the amount of hair, and the grossest promotion we'll never, ever do again. Well, let's hear it for Jeremy and Jacqueline.
Wax on, wax off. Get it?
Oh yeah. I feel changed.
I would be a terrible contestant for that one. Our guy Evan Olawani, though, had a wax on, wax off with him at a party one time. Now that is a guy who'd be great for the promo. What a night here in Bank of America Stadium. We head to the 5th inning. Kyle Lewig's out for a 2nd inning of work. And a first trip to the dish tonight for Bronson Ballhome. Hitting in place of Mike Vivacis. We expect he'll take over behind the plate. Great to see Bronny back in action after breaking a pinky for the 2nd time this year. What are the chances? And what a play! Eric Jones Jr. hops out of the crouch in a jiffy and takes care of his counterpart.
Pounced on that banana ball as quickly as possible, and the party animals backstop can't even believe that that was an out. Looks like he is talking to Vincent Chapman, making sure that he even got tagged. And the party animals still have a challenge at their disposal, but opt not to use it. Feels like a wise move.
Yeah, just to get Bronny back in there with an 0-2 count. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze right there. Reese Hampton, after homering 3 times last night, sends this one deep down the left field line. Good pursuit by Robert Anthony Cruz. Never had a chance. Hampton singled and scored in that 2-run 3rd inning. Party Animals ended up winning the frame 2-1. That's why we're tied right now. 1 point each here in the 5th. This is Hampton's first at bat from the left side tonight. It's the side of the plate. He hit all 3 of his home runs from an evening ago, and he will take the sprint. That's his 2nd of the series. He's got over 100 members of friends and family in attendance. I know he was dying to swing the lumber, but content with 1 base on the sprint. Talking to Drake Toll rather earlier tonight. He said he's just going to do whatever he has to do for a Party Animals victory.
Well, that seemed like one of those scenarios where Cowboy Kyle was pitching Hampton rather carefully after what he saw last night and trusted the defense behind him to transition that ball in 6 seconds or less, which is the goal for them to keep Hampton to just one base.
Let's pick your poison with this Party Animals lineup. Chase Acuff back to Lewis. It bounces off of him. One play. It's at first. He makes it. Fielded cleanly. Could have had a chance at the twin killing. Lewis has to be content with just getting the one out as he takes care of his former collegiate Bananas teammate.
A good recovery from Cowboy Kyle. Didn't try and hurry a throw over to first base. Still able to nab Acuff, but now the ever-dangerous Jake Skull up at the plate, leading the tour with 12 home runs, which is already tied for the single-season mark in Banana Ball history.
Ball and a strike. The tour leader in home runs, batting average, triples, and runs scored. He's now 1 run driven in behind Andy Cosgrove in the RBI race. One, two. Called, strike 3. Lewis freezes, Skull with the fastball. And strands Hampton on second.
At some point, the Bananas and Party Animals alike are gonna have to adjust to those calls on the outside corner here tonight.
Another look at the second punch out on the night for Cowboy Kyle. And we'll get it on down to the field to Sam.
Hey, Biko, Josh. Yeah, you saw this guy busting a move a little bit earlier. It's Adam Thielen. Now, Adam, you faced off against some of the toughest DBs in the league, gone across the middle against some of the biggest linebackers. How do the nerves compare walking out here knowing you had to bust a move in front of 74,000?
Yeah, it's definitely easier to bust a move after a touchdown than it is just impromptu, but it's a lot of fun. These guys make it easy because they're dancing the whole game. You got good music, good vibes, so it wasn't too bad.
What was the training like for you for this? I mean, were we working on dance moves in the mirror? You had your kids throw some ideas out there?
My training was my touchdown dances because I just pulled out exactly what I would do if I scored a touchdown. And I actually scored a touchdown in this corner of the end zone before, so it was very easy, just went back to old habits.
Now, you've seen a lot of different dancing, a lot of different celebration. Anything you might take back with you this season when you find yourself in the end zone?
We got a couple of teammates over there, and we've been watching, and we're like, you know what? I think we have to steal some of these celebrations because we were actually talking in the receiver room the other day that we got to figure out some better celebrations, and so we're definitely going to steal some.
Adam Thielen knows how to bust a move. We're excited to see you in the end zone right about there again this year. Biko, Josh, back to you guys.
Thanks, SB. Thank you so much for the time, Adam Thielen.
Well, that's pretty unique to hear from Adam Thielen, considering the Bananas and Party Animals were really impressed by stuff they saw from the Minnesota Vikings across the most recent NFL season, some of those behind-the-scenes videos. And now you see the NFL players showing them some love.
Fitz and the Tantrums!
Let's get it down to Fitz and the Tantrums.
The 40 days and 40 nights I waited for a girl like you to come and save my life. Recall the days I waited for you. Ignore the ones who said I never find someone you are out my league. All the things I believe, you were just the right kind, and you are more than just a dream. You are out my league. Got my heart racing. If I die, don't wake me, 'cause you are more than just a dream.
It's an all-time bop right there. Thank you to Fitz and the Tantrums, an LA band making the trip across the country to hang out with us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's a swinging bunt from Eric Jones Jr. Lee Alios, a former catcher, converted to pitcher, showing off the athleticism to take care of the Nanners backstop.
Good play by the third-year party animal, who's allowed multiple hits and earned runs across each of his last 3 outings. On the bright side for Lealios, though, his 5.9 ball four sprint rate is second lowest among party animals relief pitchers.
All 3 of those outings were against the Texas Tailgaters. Those boys can hit. That is not a walk in the park. Might be surprising to hear, but Lealios has to be thrilled to see the Bananas hitters. Ball and a strike on Danny Hosley. It's the bottom 3 in the order for the Nanners here in the bottom of the 5th. Trying to untie this game. That's a laser beam past the dive of Bryson Bloomer. It'll be extra bases. Skull cleaning it up, and Hosley cruising into second with the double.
Well, he's got a lot of room to play with on that left side of the field here in Bank of America Stadium. Oh my gosh, first home plate, now second base. I don't know what is going on.
What is that?
I don't want to know.
Ty Jackson last night celebrated his walk-off doing that as well.
By the way, Danny Hosley now 1 hit away from reaching 100 in his banana ball career.
What a career it's been. Here's the Bananas starting pitcher last night. Ball and no strikes on Jackson Olsen. Jackie heating up. The inning-winning run in scoring position. The 2-0. Struck well. Dead center. To the seats. Jackson Olsen. Punches a round-trip ticket. And he will walk off the 5th inning. Nanners are back on top.
What a perfect time for Jackson Olsen to grab his first hit in a football stadium this season. A 2-run blast, and now the Bananas out in front in the points department.
And Fitz in the tantrums, back in action. Celebration, the full capacity crowd here in Bank of America Stadium, clapping their hands for Fitz and the tantrums. Feels like Quick Pitch is up next, but no, it's still Banana Ball. What a mighty swing from Jackson Olsen. We've got the 6th inning when we return. Let's take a look at tonight's smoothest plays of the game, brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. How about Chase Acuff on the first ball in play from the Bananas tonight, and Jackson Olsen not to be outdone. Ryan Cox, Acuff's counterpart, getting in on the action. And how about the pitcher? Cowboy Kyle pulling off the hike after throwing a pitch from second base.
I think you'd have to say Lewis has been the smoothest thus far after he pitched the banana ball from second base. Now a new man on the mound for the Bananas. It's Gage Voorhees in his rookie banana ball campaign.
Another fellow, former collegiate nanner though, Voorhees, was in Savannah summer of 2022. He's got a 1-2 count on Andy Cosgrove, 4, 5, and 6. And the Party Animals lineup, Tanner Thomas on deck, Noah Fisher in the hole.
We've only wound up seeing 6 trick plays so far in this Banana Ball game, but what needs to be noted is that we've seen 9 strikeouts between the Bananas and Party Animals tonight, so a lot of those outs have been called and swinging strike 3s.
Full count on Cosgrove. And that one top of the zone. Boy, it has been a larger strike zone than usual, and the hitters on both sides have not adjusted. Gage Voorhees hiding after he starts his night with a strikeout looking.
Each of the last 3 Party Animal strikeouts have been of the looking variety. Now we see 10 in the ball game as Voorhees, very much a fly ball pitcher, is going to have to control that, especially with the short dimensions in that 50-foot net, courtesy of netting pros across right field.
Tanner Thomas yet to be retired tonight. A single and a sprint. And Leroy out of the crouch. First play he gets. Just 2 batters into his night defensively. Makes it look easy as EJ's moved from behind the plate over to first base. New Bananas catcher. Slick. Popping out of the crouch. 2 quick outs for Gage Voorhees. Sets his sights on Noah Fisher. You can take a look at the score bug. Get involved on Banana Land at Sea Round 2. Electric Boogaloo. It's going to be legendary. February 9th through 13th, 2026. From Tampa to Cozumel, Mexico. It's remarkable how much fun Round 1 was last October. Look out, Noah Fisher, my goodness. Fastball up and in. Second time Fish has been plunked tonight.
Well, he crowds that inside part of the right-handed batter's box. It's a key reason why he now has 7 hit-by pitches this season for the Party Animals.
Good for the old OBP. Fish came in reaching base at a 360 clip. And a lot of juice in the bat. Talk about a guy who can get on base. Jason Swan, a 421 on base percentage. Can't complain with that. Hitting .317, but 0 for 2 tonight so far.
He had the 11-game hit streak snapped in last night's ballgame. Still maintains a 12-game on-base streak after we saw him draw a ball for a sprint.
Jason Swan, my goodness, if it's fair, it's gone! That ball was annihilated! Fair ball! And so gone you wouldn't believe it.
That man coming away with a souvenir that was absolutely smoked out to left field for Jason Swan. It's now his 4th home run of the tour, already a new career high for Swanee.
There was nothing cheap about that. It's .351 to the left field foul pole. It's about as deep as you'll ever see it. That thing was out with plenty of room. And when Jason Swan gets into one, ball go far. The Party Animals dance in celebration. We'll get it down to Drake.
Swanee, the ball still hasn't landed.
Oh yeah, you already know that's barrel, perfect. Let's go, baby.
Is that the home run that brings the team back?
Oh, we hot now, baby, we hot.
Party on.
Jason Swan, the gift that keeps on giving. What a remarkable 3rd year in Banana Land he's having. Grayson Bloomer with the turf cutter. What a play. Ryan Cox fielded it between the legs, 360 over to first, but the damage done on the 2-run tater from Jason Swan. Party Animals have a golden opportunity to tie this game. We'll be right back. YouTube, we're not going anywhere. Time to see if this young fan's a better dancer than Ty Jackson.
He's challenging Ty because this is called Are You a Better Dancer Than a Banana? They're gonna go 3 times and we're gonna see who is the best dancer out here. Ty, are you ready for this? Hannah, are you ready? Here we go, Ty, your first time. What do you got? All right, Ty, let's see that energy. All right, that's good energy. Hannah, what do you have? Here we go. All right. Oh! All right, that made round 1 easy. Let's see round 2. What do you got, Ty? I don't know that move. Oh, okay. Pretty good. He might have pulled a hamstring. Hannah, next round. Here we go. Ouch. These splits are impressive. All right. 3rd time. Here we go. What do you got, Ty?
5.5 innings in the books. What a wild ride it's been so far. Fits and the Tantrums making a surprise appearance. And oh my goodness gracious. How about Mr. Jackson Olsen? To the seats, fresh off the Canes commercial during the break. You don't get to see it, but hopefully you were with us when it happened. What a bomb it was. And then of course Jason Swan, the 2-run smash in our last half inning, has the Party Animals up by 2 runs as Ryan Rodriguez takes over.
And now we've seen across 4.5 Banana Ball games, 34 total home runs between the Bananas and the Party Animals as Ryan Rodriguez will start this outing having to face the tallest athlete in Banana Ball. Dakota Stilts Albritton grabs the bat and prepares to do battle.
Year 5 as a Savannah Banana for Dakota Albritton. And Ryan Rodriguez with some cheddar for strike 1. This one popped. Rodriguez on the run with the snag. And Albritton only gets 2 pitches. Sexy Mexi celebrating like he just won the World Series.
Well, it's a big first out for Ryrod, who has a 5-minute and 43-second average, a minutes per inning mark, the highest among qualified pitchers this year. You would classify him as wildly effective a season ago, but hasn't necessarily been the case here in his sophomore campaign.
I would also say he was effectively wild a season ago. Now he dances. Sal Jacobo in at second base for the Boogie with A-Cup at short and Hampton in center. Wow, that is surprising. Kyle Jackson fooled on a 6-2-2 backdoor breaking ball. That guy loves hacking at the specialty pitches. He's trying to make all-time moments for social media. Now he's just focused on getting on. KJ's talked about how important it is for him to be a spark plug for this offense, especially across the Bananas, losing 10 games out of 11 in a row to the Party Animals. Now it's 10 out of their last 12 against the Animals with the Bananas' victory last night. And Kyle Jackson through the hole. Thomas attacking. Throw to first. Not in time. KJ with the head first slide. And there is the all or nothing hustle that his teammates have fallen in love with.
That's why they call him the spark plug. Jackson with insane hustle down the line to beat the throw from Tanner Thomas. And again, he entered tonight with a .512 on base percentage and also leads the Bananas with a 153 WRC plus. And
reaching with 1 out means the Big Boppers represent the innings tying run. Dan Oberst has the first crack at it. Clearly he did not love the strike one call. Now he's behind 0-2. Has to look out for fastball, cutter, slider, and a 12-6 curve from Rodriguez.
Well, Dan has been Rodriguez's worst nightmare this season, has 3 home runs against the right-hander, and for once behind in the count, and good take, low in the dirt.
Yeah, that was a nasty slider. The 1-2. Lifted to right, Jacobo out, Thomas in. Tanner makes the call and the catch. The Party Animals an out away from tying this game. But they've got to get through Robert Anthony Cruz. Another battle between California kids. Rodriguez out of Newhall, Rack. From Fontana. A 1 count, low strike. Rack was punched out looking his last time up. That is a rarity. KJ off for second, bouncer nabbed by Swan. Whipping it between the legs, Ryan Rodriguez. Excellent inning of work. It's a point earned for the Party Animals in the 6th, and the game is 2-2. Take a look at our upcoming ESPN Network Banana Ball schedule. We have a lot on the docket. Next time we'll be on ESPN2 is at the end of the month in Nationals Park. And then just a week later on ESPN from Fenway. Citizens Bank Park in Philly is going to be a blast. That was the largest game in Banana Ball history as of 2024. It has been beaten by the 4 football stadiums this year. A couple games on ESPN and ESPN2 from Camden Yards. The graphic half lied to you there. And then Coors Field and Rate Field getting involved as well on ESPN2. Dustin Baber with a high drive, deep to left. Robert Anthony Cruz to the wall, makes the catch with little room to spare. Baber tested the deeper part of the park, just not quite enough juice. Warning track power. And a ballpark without a warning track. Andy Archer, nice start to his evening. He's now ahead of Sal Jacobo, 0-1.
Yeah, 17th outing of the season for Andy Archer with a 1-3 record this season. And now gets the ground ball past the glove of Kyle Jackson. Cox right behind him to fire across the diamond and record the out against Jacobo. Wow!
Shortstop picking up his third baseman. What a job by the glove magician. Jacobo hustling down the line. Can't beat it out. And to the top of the order we go. 0-1 count here on Reese Alexiadis. Check that, Reese Hampton. Reese Alexiadis has moved into the EH spot. Danny Hosley's taken over in right field. Handful of defensive switch-ups for both teams as we get into the later parts of this game. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hampton, who's reached twice tonight, a single and a sprint. Runs the count full. That's a hot shot, fair down the right field line. Hosley plays it perfectly, throws to first. Not in time. But that gives you a good idea. 228 to the right field pole, just how dangerous it is for hitters when they hit the ball hard to the right side.
Yeah, it's another laser from the Party Animals tonight, and it's a good thing Hampton didn't try and pimp that one whatsoever. He would have been a dead dog.
He's now 2 for 3 on the night. Aboard for the 3rd time. Chase Acuff trying to keep the 2-out rally going. He's reached twice. Also a single and a sprint. He drove in Hampton with a sprint in the 3rd. 2-2 count. Has to look out for the flurry of fastballs from Archer. 4-seam, 2-seam cutter. The split changeup is his best pitch. He's added a curveball to the arsenal here in his 2nd Banana Ball campaign. On the ground, Ryan Cox between the legs twice, adds a bounce. Beautiful trick play. And another excellent inning of work for Andy Archer.
Another scoreless frame for the Bananas, and Cox with 2 sensational plays backs KJ, and now comes away with another trick play on the night.
We'll get it on down.
Today we have 2 very brave souls who have agreed to play some dodgeball with the hardest throwers in Bananaland. Representing the Bananas, we have Coleman, and representing the Party Animals, we have Isaiah. Now these men are brave not only because they're gonna play dodgeball, but because they're gonna do it blindfolded. Yeah, we're doing that. Coleman, take your position. Throwing first for the Party Animals is pitcher Garrett Delano. Blindfold on in 3, 2, 1, let it go. Look at those dodges. Oh, he's on the ground. He's getting close. What's it gonna be? We gotta get him. You gotta get him. That's 1! Here we go. The dead fish maneuver. Oh, 2! Here we go, last one. Oh, 1 more. 2, call it there, call it there, call it there. Garrett Delano with 2 hits.
And now, representing the Bananas, please welcome quarterback Andy Dalton.
Isaiah, blindfold on. Good luck, brother. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh, that's 1. That's 2. He's a professional, ladies and gentlemen. He does this. We got to get the ball down. Hit that receiver. Go get him. 3. We need 1 more. We got to have it. Oh, way downfield. Hail Mary for me. Go get it. Oh, yeah, there it is. And your winner, Andy Dalton and the Bananas. One more time for Andy Dalton.
How about the quarterback work display there by Andy Dalton? And now Maceo Harrison coming out to coach the bases for the Bananas. Doing it a little differently than most base coaches in baseball. Mace has been here since 2018. First 5 years as the Bananas dancing first base coach in the CPL days. It just continues to become more and more of a superstar as Banana Ball has taken over.
He's an instrumental part of this squad. Not only has he become a better base coach over the years, but also really helps all the players, Bananas and Party Animals alike, learn their choreography. Has also helped them learn a lot of backflips, which is translated to incredible trick plays.
Maceo's value, truly priceless to all of us here in Bananaland. Just the kindest human being you'll ever meet.
And one of the friendliest.
No doubt about it. Just got to perform on America's Got Talent. Told me that Terry Crews said, "Why do you have so much energy?" Maceo said, "Why not?" I can't wait to watch it. I think that's what the folks in the business call a spoiler. But I don't know how it ended. Jason Swan pursuing this foul ball. Look out, folks, into his own dugout, and cannot make it through. The people on the end of the Party Animals dugout there ends up running into Andy Dalton. Bill Leroy, his first trip to the dish tonight. What a task he's got, taking on the former Boston Red Sox minor leaguer, Nate Tellier.
In his rookie campaign and pitching much better as of late. Has a 3.68 earned run average across his last 7 outings, and his average 3 outs in 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Right back up the middle, look out, Telly. Swan grabs it, no one there to cover first, though. That was a barrel straight off of Nate Tellier. Harderick comes in, Harderick goes out. Telly, one of the flamethrowers of Banana Land, sits low to mid-90s, but that was center cut. If you're going to get hit anywhere off a meaty part of the thigh.
Yeah, was already shaking off. Trainers, coaches, everybody saying that he's all right. Only unfortunate aspect is that his mobility was completely taken away, so as Swanee scrambled to get that ball, there was nobody to cover the first base bag, as Malachi Mitchell is back in as the Bananas designated runner.
1-1 count on Ryan Cox, 0 for 2, but reached, and then with Flash running in his stead back in the second inning after Cox got on a trick play, missed. And that was the inning-winning run for the Bananas as they scored the first point of the night. It's been a roller coaster ride since then. Party Animals won the third. Bananas walked off the fifth on the Jackson Olsen 2-run homer. And the Party Animals fresh off winning the sixth inning. That one gets away from Andy Cosgrove. Malachi is going to easily advance up to second. A rare pass ball for a phenomenal defensive catcher. Back up the middle, and grabbed by Acuff, 360, wheels and deals to first in time. Robs Cox of a hit and saves the inning for now for the Party Animals.
The Bananas right now are playing Pepper with Nate Tellier, still unable to grab the banana ball, but Acuff shows off the range, but now will run 90 feet away from scoring as the Bananas have brought out their bat boy. Oh no. Good recovery. Gotham is relieved.
10 out of 10 recovery. I mean, that turf is slippery. It was pouring rain here on Thursday. I'm sure not all of that has left the turf. Look out, Cosgrove having trouble sticking the pitches here from Telly. Corell Prime out to right. Tanner Thomas has a great arm. And Malachi Mitchell does not test it. Wow, that is the fastest man in Banana Land. And a lot of respect to the right arm of Thomas and Wright.
Again, consider the dimensions here in Bank of America Stadium. Tanner Thomas is about 200 feet in there to fire a throw home and had it right on the money. It was going to be really tough for Flash to score there, even though he's the fastest man in our sport.
Eric Jones Jr. looking for his signature moment here in his hometown. Ball and a strike, a battle between former minor leaguers. In a tie game with 2 outs in the 7th. Look out, EJ. Telly tried to front door the sweeper, never got there. 2-2. The inning-winning run 90 feet away. Tellier trying to escape. Chopper foul will do it again. And another foul ball. Deuce is still wild.
He's just trying to play spoiler with Tellier, who's got an excellent fastball, but doesn't necessarily have the secondary pitch to come away with the punch out. And EJ's hoping that Telly just leaves a heater over the zone that becomes a mistake.
Jones got just enough of that last one to redirect it away from Cosgrove's mitt. And now the count is full. Ball 4 wins the inning for the Bananas. This is where pitching is so tough in banana ball. Telly dials it up, but EJ with a screecher into left. Comes through in the clutch, and the Nanners take the lead for the 3rd time tonight. They're ahead 3-2.
Continues to be a back-and-forth game here in Charlotte, but the Nanners grab the lead once again, and Eric Jones Jr. has 5 runs batted in now in football stadiums this season.
Let's get it on down to Drake Toll.
Andy, you've been here 2 nights now witnessing banana ball. How do you describe any of this?
Pure entertainment. I think it's unbelievable what they're doing, what everybody's doing. I mean, they're putting on a show. Not only is it entertaining for the fans, but the baseball is unbelievable too.
You said you got your son here celebrating a birthday, 15 kids up there. More importantly, how do they feel about this?
Oh, they're having a blast. I mean, what a cool way to celebrate a birthday. My son Noah, he's turning 11, so happy birthday to you. But, I mean, this is great. We're so happy that we got to be here for both nights.
Seeing the city of Charlotte come together for both of these nights, there's 74,000 on hand, both Friday and Saturday. How cool is that, Pop?
It's fun. I mean, this city's bought in. I mean, I feel like when they keep putting events like this, different things that come on to into the Bank of America Stadium, I mean, the city shows up, and it shows the city loves to support a lot of stuff, and so it's amazing to see what all they're doing.
You told me off the air, I hope you don't mind spoiling it, retirement in 2050.
Yeah, something like that. But we're going to keep going. Signed on for 2 more, and then we'll see if we're going to keep going after that.
Andy Dalton, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Josh Miko, party on.
Thank you, Mr. Toll. Appreciate the time and insight from Andy Dalton. It's been a really impressive 14-year career in the NFL so far. Kid's still a spring chicken.
I've always been a big fan of the Red Rifle. Let's not forget those first 5 seasons he led the Bengals to playoff appearances.
3-time Pro Bowler. This is about to be his 3rd year here with the Panthers. Beloved everywhere he goes. Andy Archer out for a 2nd inning of relief. This time, he's trying to defend a lead. Niners up 3-2 with 2 innings to play.
Yeah, Archer has surrendered 7 home runs here in 2025. 6 of them, though, have come here in football stadiums. This has been the real bugaboo for Archer across this World Tour, but had a really nice 7th inning and was able to induce 2 balls on the ground that were great plays by Ryan Cox.
Beefy part of the lineup right here. 3, 4, and 5. Jake Skoll, Andy Cosgrove, Tanner Thomas, the big boppers. Skoll! That thing is cooked! What a shot! And what a response by the party animals.
That is now his 13th home run on this 2025 World Tour, and we have a new single-season record for long balls in banana ball. And Skoll still got a couple months of tour left. He will be chasing 20-plus the rest of the way.
Who else but the former first-round draft pick? Former UGA football player. What a freak of nature. What a blessing to have him here in Banana Land. And his teammates celebrating by going tarps off. Here's Drake Toll.
Skoll, you are the home run king this season in Banana Ball. Is there anything that can cool you off?
You know, a little sleep, a little rest, a little BP. That's all it takes, man. We're hitting dingers.
Daddy hacks, party on.
Daddy hacks.
Back-to-back nights with long balls for Skoll, who is superhuman here in his 5th Banana Ball World Tour. Andy Cosgrove off the end of the bat. And DR on the run behind the back. What a trick play from the doctor. Snow cone, and it tastes so good.
All Archer could do on the mound is laugh, dazzled by that play in center field from Meadows. That banana ball nearly squeaking out, and he comes up with the 7th trick play of the night for the Nanners.
DR entered the weekend with 81 trick plays. You just saw him get number 82. That was 2nd most on the tour, but Chase Acuff has overtaken him. Hot shot, that's over the leap of Cox and into left. Tanner Thomas starting to swing. A very hot bat, 2nd hit of the night. On base for the 3rd time.
Well, he's finally started to find his groove at the plate for the Party Animals. Batted .333 across the first 5 games of the Party Animals headline tour, and now has another multi-knock game.
Great speed on the bases for Noah Fisher. That thing is blistered. Deep out to left, nice running snag, Robert Anthony Cruz, as Thomas retreats back to 1st. A lot of loud contact for the Party Animals here in the top of the 8th. Jason Swan had one of the loudest home runs I have seen across broadcasting for 230 banana ball games. Just annihilated to left. This one off of Archer. He doesn't have a play. Bounced too far away from him. Swan's got excellent wheels. And follows up his demolished ball into the left field seats with a bouncer off the pitcher.
Yeah, tough play for Andy Archer to have to make. Now Swanee 6 for 12 against Big Arch here in 2025. And keeps the line moving for Bryson Bloomer with the 214 mark against the righty.
He's fooled by the split changeup behind 0-2. Able to spoil that one. 2 men on, 2 down, 1 run in. Party Animals looking for some insurance. And Bloomer fends that off just a few feet away from keeping it fair down the right field line. Another 0-2. Check that. Oh, an 0-2 count, bounced off of Bloomer. It's never fun. Peter, wow. That's been called for a strike all night long. Archer doesn't get the call from Vincent Chapman here.
I mean, Chapman has been just more generous on the outside corner against both right-handed and the left-handed batters, so you can't necessarily expect that the inside corner is going to be as generous.
What a battle here between Archer and Bloomer. Andy pounding the zone. 9th pitch of the plate appearance coming to Bryson Bloomer. Swing and a miss. Archer went to the changeup. It was a beauty. And he strands a pair. But the inning started with a moonshot solo home run from Jake Skoll. The Party Animals need a 0 in the bottom of the 8th to tie this game up.
Turn on your flashlights all the way around the stadium because we're going to join in and sing as loud as we can a little Yellow. Here we go. Keep it going. We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
What a scene here in the Queen City. Banana Ball live on ESPN2. We turned the lights off, and the full capacity crowd did the rest. Bananas lead 3 points to 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be another inning of work for Nate Tellier, but this time he has some run support. If he can put up a 0, we'll be tied at 3 going to the 9th.
This inning of the utmost importance right now for the Party Animals, trying to knot things up before the final inning of play when every run scored counts as a point. Last night, the Party Animals scored in 6 different innings, but were only able to successfully hold the lead twice.
Danny Hosley behind 0-1. 9, 10, and 1 in the order for the Nanners. That is firm contact once again. Boy, Danny, do it all. That guy's starting to swing a hot bat. He's been aboard all 3 times tonight.
A 2-for-2 night with the sprint, and that is Danny Hosley's 100th career banana ball hit.
The best two-way player in our young sports history. And this one bounced to Swan. He will wheel and decide to flip it to Tellier covering first. Wasn't sure he was going to be able to get the force at second. Olsen retired, but important to get that inning-tying run into scoring position. Let's get another look. Swan getting the sure out.
Well, Hosley's one of those guys with sneaky speed and a great base running IQ. 8 stolen bases for the Savannah Bananas, 3rd on this squad. And they've got one of their best contact batters up at the plate in DR Meadows, who checked his swing.
Back to the top of the order. And this one on a couple hops. It's going to sneak past Tacomo. Hosley getting the windmill. He's going to score easily. And great base running by Meadows. He advances to second on the throw home. The 8th inning is tied. And the Nanners will at least take a 1-point lead into the 9th. Meadows represents the inning-winning run.
Well, now has back-to-back multi-hit games for the Savannah Bananas. 3 straight games with the run batted in after he previously had a 14-game drought when it came to RBIs, and has set up Kyle Jackson in a really good spot with an 0-1 count and DR at second base.
K-Jack lives for these moments. Behind 0-2. He singled each of his last 2 times up. Bouncer to the right side. Swan flipping it to Telly in time as Meadows gets to third. 2 outs now. The inning-winning run 90 feet away. Nate Tellier trying to limit the damage to just the 1 run. Oberst fouls the first ring off. Swan in pursuit. It's going to reach the seats, not caught by the fans. Saw 2 foul outs to fans last night. We've yet to see one here this evening. Ball and a strike on the 7-year Banana, Danny Oberst. 0 for 3 on the night. He had 2 home runs last night. And he's ahead 2 balls and a strike. Tellier struggling with the fastball control.
Well, he might have Meadows just slightly in his peripheral, and he is dancing all over that third base bag, trying to get in his head as this one's rolled over to short. Chase Acup across the diamond will keep the Bananas from earning an insurance point through 8. Bananas with an edge by 1.
Heading to our final inning, where every run scored counts as a point. If we're tied at the end of the 9th, then we will go to showdowns. It was a 2-2 game going to the 9th last night. Reese Hampton, who is due up 3rd this time around, with 2 down. Same situation as far as being the 3rd batter in the inning. Gave the Party Animals a 3-2 lead, but Dan Oberst 2 pitches into the bottom half with a towering drive sneaking over the 50-foot net in right field, and 2 batters after that. Reese Alexiadis completed his quest for 4 home runs in 4 football stadiums, and it was the first walk-off homer in Savannah Bananas history in the Banana Ball era. to win a game.
And of course, entering this final inning of play, the Party Animals still have their golden batter where they can bat anybody regardless of their original spot in the lineup at any point. That's what they elected to do with Reese Hampton. First at bat, he flew out, and that second at bat, 2 batters later, was when you saw him wind up collecting the game-tying home run against the man on the mound, Austin Krasminski.
9-10-1 due to swing it against Krem tonight. If you were with us back in the 3rd inning, you saw him signing autographs in the upper deck. Now he takes center stage.
His 1 for 2 in save opportunities this year was 10 for 12. A season ago, the former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer has opponents batting 256, excuse me, this season, and he is a hard thrower, has probably the most live fastball of any Savannah Banana.
Low to mid-90s with the heater. Former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer, made it up to AAA. But before all that was a 2017 collegiate Banana. This is his 2nd year back in the yellow. And a ball and a strike on Baber, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Couple flyouts and a ground out. And he is plumped. Never fun to be hit by a fastball 90+ miles an hour. But Baber loves it. Party Animals gifted the tying run on first, and now they're going to the golden batter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Party Animals are invoking the golden batter rule. Hitting in place of Sal Jacobo. Coming to bat is Jake Skoll!
With Reese Hampton on deck, the Party Animals opt not to have Hampton hit back-to-back times. They go to Jake Skoll. A reminder for those watching their first Banana Ball game, the golden batter can be used 1 time by either team to insert someone from their order anywhere else into the order. So Skoll, the 3-hole hitter, hits here in the 10 spot. Last time he was up, he homered. That was in the top of the 8th. Now he's ahead 2 balls and no strikes with a man on first and no outs in the top of the 9th.
And he's one of just 2 men in Banana Ball to have ever gone deep off of Austin Krasminski, doing it on opening night here in 2025.
The other man is in the on-deck circle, Reese Hampton. Mark Smith has taken over for Baber over at first. Skoll fouls it off. 2-2 count. Between a couple boys from the Atlanta area. A pair of former minor leaguers. Their paths collide in Banana Land. Make it a full count. And a sprint earned by Skoll. What a battle. All 7 Bananas fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. Skoll showing off the speed, gets into second as his slide dislodged the ball from Robert Anthony Cruz's glove. It was going to be bang bang. I think Jake was going to squeak in there as he knocked the base out as well. A 2-base sprint, that is huge. That means the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Tying run on 3rd. And here comes Reese Hampton. What a moment for the Charlotte kid. Phenomenal games here back in his home city. 3 for 4 with 3 home runs last night. He's 2 for 3 with a couple singles, a ball 4 sprint, and a run scored tonight. That's 10 runs batted in his last 6 games for the Party Animals. And the home run we saw last night for Hampton in the 9th, just a solo shot. A 3-run smash here could pay massive dividends for the Party Animals in not only winning this game, but securing the season series against the Bananas. What a journey for Reese Lightning. Born and raised in Charlotte. Stayed here all through college. Played up in the Cape. Played in minor league baseball for the Tigers and Diamondbacks organizations. Played in the Atlantic League. But he's found a home for himself in Banana Ball. This is his 4th World Tour. Chance for the fans. They do not retire their own man here. Hampton was out on the party plaza with Josh and I pregame. Folks were going crazy. Love to see a Charlotte boy starring in Banana Land. 0-2 from Krasminski. That ball's blasted. It's going to be off the... No! Over the net! Wow! Reese Hampton! What a shot! You can't make it up! His 4th homer in the series. It's a 3-run crank. And the Party Animals lead 5-3.
He does it for a 2nd straight night against Austin Krasminski, the greatest homecoming we've ever seen in Banana Ball. And Drake Toll's got him.
Reese! You are just that guy.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Great walk-up, great hometown turn. Let's go. Come on, baby.
What do you tell America?
Go Niners, baby.
Go Niners.
Thank you, Drake. Thanks, Reese. Shout out UNC Charlotte. Well, a guy who started his career there with the Niners in unbelievable fashion. Set a school record, hitting safely in each of his first 17 games in college. As KJ cuts in front of Cox, 360. And a laser beam to EJ over at first. For the first out of the 9th, Chase Acuff retired. But a hit by pitch of Dustin Baber, a sprint earned by Jake Skoll, and then the 3-run homer from Reese Hampton. This game has turned on its head.
Well, the tough part for Austin Krasminski entering tonight's game was the fact that he threw 21 pitches a night ago for the Bananas. Gave up multiple hits. That run to Reese Hampton, or that home run to Reese Hampton. Now we saw the first hit he gave up here tonight. The biggest, as Reese Hampton told us, he was going to do whatever it took tonight to make sure the Party Animals won this game.
Nasty changeup there, a ball and 2 strikes on Skoll. And down swinging, same pitch, same result. Nice bounce back from Krem. 2 quick outs after the 3-run shot. He's got to get through Andy Cosgrove, trying to limit the damage. Just foul. And then a ball and a strike on Cosgrove, an RBI sprint back in the 3rd. Outside of that, 0 for 3. One-two count, see if Krem goes to the fastball slider or circle change here. It's the gas, Cosgrove doesn't bite. The 2-2. Count runs full. Payoff pitch from Krasminski. We'll do it again. Oh my gosh, look out, guys. Bananas out in front of their dugout, swag surfing Ty Jackson. With a strong response after the foul ball hit his way. Cosgrove earns his 2nd sprint of the ball game, and he will be content with 1 base. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher toss it around in short order. And Cosgrove passes the baton to Tanner Thomas. Mark Smith pinch runs for the 2nd time this inning because the designated runner can pinch run 1 time every trip through the order. And we started in the 9 hole. We've made it all the way to the 5 spot. Tanner Thomas is seeing beach balls. My goodness. 3rd hit of the night. He's on base for the 4th time. And he's gotten line drive singles now in the 8th and 9th inning.
And the train has just come off the tracks for Austin Krasminski, up to 27 pitches now. And you can just look at him and tell that already some fatigue has set in because of his workload from a night ago.
Noah Fisher trying to make it a crooked number. That's a hot shot back up the middle. The Party Animals are scorching. Mark Smith scores easily from second. Thomas over to third. Noah Fisher with the one hopper off the wall. 4 runs now in the top of the 9th. The Animals up by 3.
Well, that just goes to show you how you're never quite out of it in Banana Ball, despite the Animals being down a point heading into the 9th. They get 2 guys in front of Reese Hampton, give themselves a 2-point cushion. Now they find themselves up 3 before the bottom of the 9th.
Jason Swan to DR Meadows. And a backflip catch as DR tries to build some momentum for his boys. The Bananas have led since the 2nd inning. The Party Animals grabbed their first lead with a Reese Hampton 3-run homer. DR trying to backflip his Bananas into a bottom of the 9th inning rally. What a smash by Reese Lightning, his 4th homer across this 2-game set. He's 3 for 4 here tonight. 6 for 8 on the series with 2 ball 4 sprints, which means he's reached base 8 out of 10 times in his first ever Banana Ball series in his hometown. And now Drew Gillespie came in with a 3-2, check that, came in with a 2-2 game in the 8th inning last night, retired the Bananas in order, then with the Hampton homer in the 9th, had a 3-2 lead when he came back out there. That's when Dan Oberst hit the homer to right, and then Reese Alexiadis hit the homer to left. Ball game. But this is one of the 2 best pitchers in Banana Ball history. What a job by Reese Lightning. Better late than never. Got the walk-up and the celebration. And if you piece it together with the previous replay, it's everything we wanted to see. Well, now, like you said, Bika, we've got Drew Gillespie taking the mound with 9 saves in 12 opportunities. If he can nail down these final 3 outs and keep the ball on the ground, also an important aspect of his game, we will see the Party Animals clinch the season series against the Bananas, as this one is rolled over to Sal Jacobo between the legs and a bounce pass. Animals grab another trick play. Nanners down to their final 2 outs. Their captain, Bill Leroy, trying to kickstart a rally. Nanners have to be in the business of base runners here. 2 guys need to reach before they can think about tying this game. Bill with a high fly ball. Long run for Jake Skoll, but plenty of room to work with. Only 1 pitch needed to take care of Leroy, and the Nanners down to their final out.
It is going to be in the hands of Ryan Cox, another one of their players with elite contact, pesky hitter, only 3 strikeouts in 116 plate appearances this season, and starts ahead 1-0.
A ball and a strike on Ryan Cox. Correll Prime on deck. The Charlotte kid, Eric Jones Jr. in the hole. But this should do it. Jacobo between the legs, over to first. Scoop from Jason Swan. And the Party Animals with a remarkable comeback 6-3 victory to split the series here in Charlotte. And they win the season series against the Savannah Bananas.
In 2023, the Party Animals had to win each of their last 9 games to win the season series against the Bananas. It was a much easier task for them here in 2025, as this could pay massive dividends when we reach the Tour Championship in October.
Thank you for watching Banana Ball tonight on ESPN2. We'll see you next time on ESPN2, June 28th from Washington, D.C. We take those of you watching ESPN2 now to the Corvallis Super Regional Game 2 at Goss Stadium. Florida State versus Oregon State. And YouTube, we have so much more post-game action for you.
And finish the night.
Fireworks coming. Sam Bauman is going to talk to Jesse Cole. We have the showman of the night to unveil. I think Reese Hampton, forget about that thought. Let's get it down to Drake.
Drew, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to ask you about Reese Hampton.
Yeah, Reese Hampton coming home to his hometown. I think he hit 15 home runs with 17 doubles and 15 runs scored. But to just get to watch him be his best in his hometown was special. Last night I wasn't able to get the job done. Tonight I was for the boys. You know, that's our team. It's a bunch of guys that were willing to bounce back and be the underdogs no matter what scenario. And this guy is a big leader of ours. And, you know, he had us last night, he had us again tonight. And just what a special way to win the tour, I'm pretty sure.
Drew, thank you. I buried the lead. Reese Hampton, you are the lead this weekend. Incredible with the bat. The tour between the Party Animals and the Bananas belongs to you.
Feels so good. Feels so good to do it at home. You know, they asked me if I wanted to do that walk-up at the very end. I said, absolutely. You know, the script was set for me to hit that 3-run home run, take the lead for the good guys.
Avery Hughes, who directs the entertainment on the Party Animals side, told me right before the walk-up, you looked at her and said, the stage is set.
The stage is set. I said, the stage is set for me. Here it is, and I came through.
How much does it add to do it at home?
So much. I have so many family and friends and former teachers and coaches, and it's just awesome. I wave to them every time I was around in third, and I know that they're fired up just as much as I am, if not more. So can't wait to see them, and what a night.
These fireworks are your moment. Drew Gillespie, who does this tour belong to?
Party Animals, baby. We'll see you guys on our tour next week against the Firefighters. As always, party on. I'm going to go party with my boys. I love these guys.
We'll see you in Grand Rapids. Josh, beep bop, smell you.
Smell you, Drake. Drake Toll and the Party Animals will take on the Firefighters this coming Thursday night in Grand Rapids. What a beautiful fireworks show with the Charlotte skyline as the backdrop. The red bursting up, kind of bouncing away every which way. Looks like if you threw 4 or 5 different bouncy balls at a brick wall and they ricochet all over the place. Now we've got some gold coming in from down low, like a pod of orcas splitting up and trying to corral a seal, potentially a sea lion out in the ocean, maybe even an elephant seal. You just never know when it comes to the wolves of the sea. Look at this, down low. Fans coming up. And a little sparkly time to close it out. We bring in our game recap, a 6-3 victory for the Party Animals, a game they did not lead until Reese Hampton hit the 3-run homer, 3 batters into the 9th inning.
Well, it was a modest start for Reese Hampton, had a pair of hits and a ball 4 sprint before launching the deciding home run. And after a signature walk-up, no less, he was unfazed and was able to touch up Austin Krasminski for a 2nd straight night. We knew that he felt like he was robbed a little bit of the showman last night despite the Party Animals loss, but ultimately grabs it here while leading his team to a season series against the boys in yellow.
Impressive victory for the Party Animals. This is why this team is so gosh darn good. They have now won 15 of their last 18 games and 11 out of their last 13 against the Savannah Bananas. Just an all-time run that the boys in black and pink are on right now. They get to play the Firefighters for the first time on the tour for a 3-game set in Grand Rapids starting this coming Thursday night. Well, the Bananas will take on the Texas Tailgaters for the first time this year, Friday night in Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Let's get it on down to the field to Sam Bauman.
Hey, Biko, Josh, I'm here with Jesse Cole. Jesse, it seems like just a blink ago you were in Gastonia playing for a couple thousand fans. Can you put into words what it means to be here in Charlotte this weekend playing for a record number of fans?
I think a couple thousand fans were our best nights in Gastonia, and we worked very hard. You know, we only had a couple hundred when we first started, and it was 10 years of trying things, experimenting, and to get here, this isn't something you would imagine. And to think that is the Savannah Bananas, Banana Ball, 10 years now, to break the record here, back-to-back nights, just 20 miles down the road from where it started. And that was where I started, you know, learning from Walt Disney and Bill Veeck and P.T. Barnum, and we said, let's do the impossible, let's get crazy, let's do things that we never thought imaginable, and this is what that is. And so to look around and see so many fans wearing the yellow, wearing the pink, that this stadium has never seen this array of colors, going crazy for a game that was just created a few years ago is pretty special. And, you know, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else than doing it right here.
You know, Jesse, an outlet asked Reese Hampton earlier this week. They said, Reese, could you ever dreamt this? And Reese said, I didn't know this was even possible, so how could I have dreamt it? What does it mean to hear something like that for a hometown kid to be playing in Charlotte and having the weekend he had?
Well, I'm so happy for Reese, and just went up to him and he said, thank you for making this possible. And I go, you made it possible. You look for all these guys right here, and to take a chance on Banana Ball and to say, you know what, professional player like Reese, I'm going to go play this crazy game, this new sport that never existed, and I'm going to celebrate, I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to play with new rules, and to embrace it like all these guys have. You know, Reese earned this moment. To hit 3 home runs yesterday and a walk-off homer tonight, I mean, it's a dream, and it's a dream that, again, no one thought was possible. And I take so much pride in being able to create these moments, and as we look at stadiums all over the country to provide these moments for all these guys to do things that they'll have moments that they can tell their grandkids and tell their great-grandkids that say they were a part of. And that's what's special. That's why I get to feel so proud of every single night being here.
Now, the tour for our 4 teams far from over, but this is it for football stadiums in 2025. Talk about what we've experienced playing in football stadium, playing this crazy sport on this crazy venue.
Yeah, this was a big experiment, the football stadium, and just like the One City World Tour was 4 years ago. But this was something that, hey, we had demand of 2 to 3 million people on a wait list. They said, how can we take care of more fans, and will this work? Will the sight lines work? Will people that are in the upper decks far away, will this work? Will this be a great experience? And starting at Tampa, going to Clemson, going to Nashville, and finishing here, it proved an emphatic, yes, this works. And all the programs, the college football programs, the NFL stadiums I've heard from in the last 2 months, they've seen it, and they are offering an invitation for us to be a part of it. And so we're going to have a lot of great opportunities. It was because these guys weren't afraid to take a chance. These stadiums, these venues, and these cities weren't afraid to take a chance. And that's what makes this great. We're going to take chances. We're going to do things that we don't know might work. It might not work. And we're going to take these chances. And the fact that people, the fans, the communities, the venues, the players are willing to take that chance, that's what's special about this. And I can't wait to see what's next.
Jesse, finally here, any message to that kid who walked into Gastonia as a 22, 23-year-old GM? And any words for him today?
It always goes back to what my dad told me when I was a kid. And he said, just swing hard in case you hit it. And when we started 23 years old walking into Gastonia and taking chances with all the crazy promotions, to take a chance on the game of Banana Ball, to take a chance on the Savannah Bananas, to take a chance on the Party Animals, to take a chance on Major League stadiums, to take a chance on football stadiums, those are all big swings. And we come up to bat every single day, and we're going to keep taking big swings. And I would just say, don't ever start coming to bat. Don't ever start swinging. Even if you swing and miss, you're going to get another chance. And we're lucky. We've had some pretty good hits over the last few years.
To say the least, Jesse Cole. Thanks for your time. Biko, Josh, let's get it back to you guys.
Thank you, SB. Thank you, as always, for the wonderful insight, Jesse Cole. Tell you who took some big swings this weekend, Reese Hampton. He ends at 6 for 8 with 4 home runs and 2 ball 4 sprints. That is an all-time performance when it comes to a hometown series. It's probably the best offensive performance we've ever seen across a 2-game set as we welcome you inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for sticking with us here on YouTube for the post-game coverage. The Bananas win night 1 in thrilling walk-off fashion. The Party Animals win night 2 with some more heroics in the 9th inning. This was a wonderful 2-game series.
Look, even though it was a 2-game series, I'm willing to say Reese Hampton just constructed the most impressive series offensively we've ever seen in Banana Ball. I mean, he put this Party Animals team on his back the last 2 games, and you just see the power that he possesses. Now up to 10 home runs here in 2025. He and Skull have combined for 23 this season. That is an unbelievable amount from that pair who have always been the best of friends. but we also saw some moves for the Bananas that did not pay off across this weekend. Starting Danny Hosley last night and him throwing over 60 pitches kept him outside of closing tonight's ballgame. They had to pitch Krem a second straight night, and things did not go his way this weekend. That came back to bite them. And Biko, they took Reese Hampton out of this game as well, and that definitely hurt them in the late stages.
That was a surprising pull. I had assumed that they moved into the extra hitter spot. Then his spot in the order came around, and Bill Leroy was there as the catcher. So, yes, their best offensive weapon, honestly, here in 2025, yanked from the game, and the Party Animals, one of their two best offensive weapons, just shines this whole weekend. And we have to mention Reese Hampton, sandwiched in between these two legendary games, demolished me when it comes to inducing foul balls to fans in the Party Plaza. You saw it on the graphic a little while ago. That was the information on the Party Animals versus Firefighters. That will be in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now we're talking about the Bananas versus Tailgaters in Cincinnati. The tour breaks up again, and once again, we're going to have 5 Banana Ball games to watch this weekend. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's going to be exhilarating, a chance for the Firefighters to do battle against the Party Animals for the first time. And the Bananas get their first ever look at the Texas Tailgaters. We saw them mash across Albuquerque and Reno. They will be in a hitter-friendly ballpark in Great American in Cincinnati.
Can't wait to see how it all unfolds. It starts Thursday night with the Party Animals and Firefighters. Big shout out to our entire cast and crew here in the world of BTV, our executive producer, Yvonne Trezak, our director back in Savannah, Mr. Chad Reese, the rest of this cast and crew that shined across these 2 nights. A big thank you to the Carolina Panthers. They have been so welcoming and helpful. They are absolute superstars. Thank you to that entire organization. For Drake Toll and Sam Bauman down on the field, Josh Talevsky up here in the booth. I'm Biko Scala saying so long for now. You get to hang out with Drake on Thursday night. Josh and I will see you again Friday night from Cincinnati. Until then, we will see you later!
The ball was touched.